Now, I'll ask this question. If they could provide free energy for everyone in the world, why wouldn't they do that, Stephen? It seems like it seems like such a no-brainer. I mean, you're saying that would mean that we wouldn't rely on our governments, and that way they couldn't divide us, and then they couldn't control us.
Well, because there are multiple layers of an agenda here. Some of it's very prosaic. I mean, when you talk about bringing something out that would run your house and car with zero energy costs, and it would be that expensive to manufacture. These are very high voltage VHV electromagnetic circuits that operate at certain frequencies, cycles per second. And they can hit that sweet spot where they tap into the baseline 0 point of quantum vacuum energy that's around us, what Nikola Tesla called the infinite energy field. Well, what does that mean? Well, that coming out means the end of all public utilities. How many trillions of dollars are in public utilities and pension funds? All surface roads go away when you get the anti-grav. You don't need construction of roads. All oil, gas, coal, solar, wind, nuclear power, Tesla cars with these big lithium-ion battery packs, they all go the way of the Royal typewriter or hearse and buggies. And this is the biggest industrial revolution in the history of humanity. But there are a lot of stakeholders. Think of this. We're talking more than $1,000 trillion in assets would become redundant and unnecessary. Geopolitically would change the face of the earth. Let me translate for people what our national security interests are in the Middle East. Oil, one word. And if there wasn't oil there and it's supplying a huge amount of our needs, there would be no national security interests there. And the whole conflict is because we've had to do things to maintain that supply of oil, which have enraged the local cultures in those parts of the world. So one error begets another, begets another, begets another. And now look at where we are. Some people think we're on the brink of World War III. Others believe we're on the brink of biosphere collapse and the oceans dying. All of this is man-made. What I'm saying is that the solution for all of that exists, but some people view the cure worse than the disease. In other words, they fear that much change happening. And the way technology proliferates and promulgates now, and with the internet, if you come out with one of these systems, the whole world, we would do it open source. I proposed a fund that nobody's funded yet to do an open source engineering project to develop these and just put them out. Now, here's a little tip. If anyone's a scientist, in this archive are the Bedini Sajeky files. Now, what is that? Some years ago, I met with John Bedini and connected to him via some friends and Lieutenant Colonel Bearden. And Bedini, when he was recruited by a CIA officer named Sajeky, was given access to this sounds like right out of a movie. It was an old schoolhouse that had been repurposed as a storage facility out in the upper Midwest in a remote area for confiscated energy devices and technologies and their patents that had been confiscated illegally with a national security order. And this CIA officer, Sajeky, let John Bedini take a copier, Xerox copier in there for 24 hours to copy anything he wanted in exchange for trying to recruit Bedini into his covert program. Because John Bedini was a genius with this electromagnetic materials and engineering. And he did. But Bedini decided not to go with this compartmented operation that Sajeky had. And in the early 90s, Sajeky did approach me at one point, and he's since passed away. Well, Sajeky was furious, and some people roughed up John Bedini over this because he didn't join them. And they don't know he kept a copy of those files. Those have been digitized. Those are now in the archive. So I got a DVD with all these documents and patents on it. We have now decoded it. It was under an encrypted system. And that's in the archive. And so anyone who is, I'm not a physicist or a bench person who builds electromagnetic systems. That whole file is in there under the science and technology section of the archive. So you sink your teeth into that if you're an inventor.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.